With the much anticipated arrival of the Grand Theft Auto 6 trailer, I think it's fair to say that those of us partial to a bit of PC gaming on occasion, such as myself and I'm sure many of you, would have seen this particular point coming, and that is though the trailer claims the game will be releasing at some point in the year 2025, that seemingly won't be the case for the PC version, with many an article raising that point, though I'm sure there were some articles out there half pre-written knowing that this would be the case, because it was always going to be the case. This is kind of how Rockstar has operated for years. So this is the information provided on the Rockstar Games website for us, and it simply reads, Grand Theft Auto 6 heads to the state of Leonida, home to the neon-soaked streets of Vice City and beyond in the biggest, most immersive evolution of the Grand Theft Auto series yet, coming 2025 to PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S, confirming that the game will indeed be a current generation and current generation-ish exclusive, which I say liking the Xbox Series S for backwards compatibility stuff. However, sadly there is no mention of a PC version just yet. That's a cool graphic though. As disappointing as this news might be for exclusively PC gamers, I think it's fair to say that this is not an unpredictable situation. Rockstar Games' approach to PC releases are quite an interesting case. There is at least an example of a game that never came to PC, and games that do come to PC tend to arrive around a year or so after the initial release on consoles. Red Dead Redemption, for example, never came to PC, but I would still like it to. Though Grand Theft Auto 5 launched in 2013, it arrived on PC in 2015, and Red Dead Redemption 2 launched in 2018, but the PC version arrived at the end of 2019. Therefore, I'm going to suspect that Grand Theft Auto 6 won't skip PC altogether, but it might launch around a year following the initial console release. And that is because Rockstar Games, I guess. People have long speculated as to why Rockstar operate in this way, but there was a time when delayed PC releases were more common than they are now. There's no real hard and fast rule as to how games need to be released. These days, apparently they don't even need to work. However, maybe there's a business angle to it, as a lot of people who would have preferred PC won't want to wait, they'll buy it on console, and then when it releases finally on PC, they'll buy it on PC too. But if the release between platforms isn't staggered, they're more than likely to just opt for their platform of choice right out the gate. And if Grand Theft Auto 5 has taught us anything, Rockstar Games and Take-Two Interactive are aware of this license to print money. That said, the topic of whether or not there even will be a PC version of this game is as of yet an unanswered question. Logically, there's no reason for them to neglect PC, so I'm not too worried on that front, but Rockstar do revel in being as unpredictable as possible, so sometimes you just don't know what to anticipate. For all we know, the PC release could be simultaneous, and Rockstar are deliberately avoiding talking about it, simply to rile up this conversation and generate traction in a stroke of marketing genius. Only time will tell as to whether or not I'm giving them simply far too much credit there. Probably. But the point stands that we only have a track record to go off, and the fact that the mention of PC is nowhere to be found, so we can only speculate that a potential PC version of Grand Theft Auto 6 will more than likely be releasing at a later time from the console launch. And from where I'm sitting, I'm okay with that, because I have been fortunate enough to have access to several platforms, and I was probably going to play it on console anyway. By 2025, I'd imagine my PC will be quite outdated. I haven't put any new parts in it whatsoever since 2019, and even that was just giving it an absolute overkill of RAM, just because. There are some people who wouldn't have that option, only have access to PC, and therefore I can imagine there are people out there who probably won't be pleased, and if this does turn out to be the case, then you can't not see why. But if a staggered PC launch, even if it turns out to be a year after the consoles, means that PC gamers get a polished, high-quality experience, then that is surely a silver lining, as sadly even that isn't a given these days. It probably should be, but the reality is many games on the market release with teething issues and others are flat out broken, and the platform of PC is where you'd typically expect to see the worst examples. So if that can be avoided, I'll take it. In other news, Rockstar Games have renamed the state of Florida to Leonida, or Leonida, or how do you How do you do this? I'm not sure if it's supposed to rhyme with Florida, but it rolls better as Leonida. But it is interesting as Vice City has in the past been referred to as part of the state of Florida, and now it has an entirely different name. On top of that, Rockstar are promising Grand Theft Auto 6 to be the biggest and most immersive evolution of the Grand Theft Auto series to date, and it will be interesting to actually see more about the game and find out which steps have been taken to ensure that becomes a reality. And since I'm wrapping this short one up with bits of information that I have missed in my breakdown from last night, Lucia appears to have an ASBO in the key art. But anyway, to go back to the titular point to this video, it's early doors just yet, so there's really no point panicking. Time will tell as to what the crack is with a PC version to this game, but it's not something that I would expect to see day one. And with that, today's short ramble comes to a close. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed and found this video to be, even if only somewhat, informative. And if I did in fact fail miserably, be sure to let me know down in the comments section using a keyword or phrase that you would have no reason to use in the comments section to a video about Grand Theft Auto 6, like, toast. Or you could just make something up. If my comment section is full of gibberish after a few hours, I'll know I've done a bad job. Also, cheers to everybody for 400,000 subscribers, I massively appreciate it. And though the number may fluctuate courtesy of this video going live once we're securely over, I'll probably dedicate a video to thanking everybody again. And just maybe you'll see a caterpillar cake with the number 400 on it. But before we go, as a cool bit of pointless information, the Grand Theft Auto 6 trailer, after 18 hours, sits at 76 million views on YouTube. And of course, 8 million likes for good measure. Anyway, that's enough waffling. With any luck, I'll be seeing you all very soon with another video at some point. But until next time, please take care and goodbye. Thank you.